Welcome back to my channel, my Young and the Restless fans, TGIF. Hopefully you're having a fabulous Friday. We made it to the cliffhanger episode at the end of this week. And yeah, we got to talk about lashing out this episode. I mean, listen, let me give you some highlights. First, we saw Nikki lashing out at Diane. We saw Audra lash out over at Tucker. And then finally, we got Ashley lashing out at Jack because she's trying to get some clarity. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and unpack what happened in Genoa City on this January 26th episode. So we start out over at Crimson Lights where Diane is riding high on her new co-CEO role. And of course, Esther is there to kind of add some sweetness to her big day. But things take a turn when Nikki arrives.
Hi. Good to see you, Esther. Diane.
Nikki, I'll be right.
Nikki. How are you? You know exactly how I am, Diane. So there is no need for you to pretend that Jack didn't tell you everything. And no, I don't think I will let you test my tea to see if it's spiked. You may know the truth, but it's still none of your business.
The audacity. I mean, you're using her husband to help you out 24/7, and she's trying to be nice to you, Nikki. Diane follows her in the other room and tells her that Jack cares about her very much and never said anything to her, just as she went through a terrible ordeal that made her go places she thought she escaped. Now, Nikki tells her that her sobriety was compromised, and Diane was like, you know what, that sounds complicated. Then Nikki decides to go in her back pocket and pull this out, reminding her of the night that she pretended to die. And Diane laughs, reminding Nikki that she wasn't so innocent either, that she hit her over the head with a rock so hard that she was almost out of here. Now Nikki says, look at us now. She assumes Diane is judging her. Now Diane knows Jack is helping her, though they're not friends. She's okay with it. And of course Esther had to swing by to see if everything was okay between these two. They reassure her. She leaves. Diane sits at Nikki's table and said things ain't got to be contentious. Diane is sorry if she's struggling and can't imagine how painful it is. Jack will be in her corner, but she can't imagine that Victor would like it. And Nikki was waiting for the shoe to drop and the real Diane to show up and things that she'll hold over her head. And Diane was like, no, I just wanted to tell you that I hope that you get to the other side of this. Diane goes on to mention about the co-CEO position at Jabot, and Nikki couldn't help herself. She had to be sarcastic, but you know what? Diane did clap back.
I was very surprised when Jack didn't choose Kyle to be co-CEO. I know how it looks.
I'm sure you do. Oh, Jack just chose you instead of Kyle, even though Kyle has been with the company for years and years and knows it inside out.
Yes, nothing would have made me happier than seeing father and son running the company side by side. I never imagined this.
Certainly not. I can just see you manipulating Jack into thinking it was all his idea. Oh, Jack, do you mean it? This is so unexpected. Just knowing that you believe in me is the greatest gift of all.
You know, I just finished wishing you well, and you couldn't wait to insult me. Is this really how you want things to be, Nikki?
You're right, I shouldn't have said it.
Don't worry about it. I have to brace myself for the inevitable backlash. Thanks to Jack, none of that matters. He couldn't be more supportive of me. Or of you. So let's just keep that common ground, shall we?
Exactly, Diane. And here's the thing. I mean, he's doing you a favor, and so is his wife. I mean, technically, she could blow you out of the water to Victor, like she kind of hinted at earlier, because you're sneaking around, not even telling Victor what you're doing, especially when these two men have a history of contention. So I think you better play nice right now. So now let's swing over to the GCAC and Audra's suite, where it looked like these two are heating up. They were about to kiss until there was a knock at the door, and guess who crashed the party? Tucker. Awkward. After Nate leaves, we see Tucker is spilling the beans about being done with Ashley and wanted to focus on Glissade and Audra. Now things get tense. Audra's not buying what Tucker is selling. Tucker is pouring out his heart to Audra, claiming that they belong together. But Audra, not the one to settle, gave him a reality check. She shows Tucker the door, making it clear that she won't be anybody's second choice. So now over at the Abbott mansion, Jack finds Ashley preparing to jet off to Paris to confront the argument that she had with Tucker. She's trying to get some clarity. Now he's concerned, but Ashley is determined to reclaim her power and proving that she's not lying. And of course, Jack is not happy with that. He goes on this whole rant and she lashes back out at him saying, look, I'm doing this for my own sanity. I have to do this to let Tucker go. Tracy, of course, already knowing Ashley's plan, tried to reason with Jack, but he's worried about Ashley's impulsive decisions. Meanwhile, at the athletic club, Victoria and Nate share a touching moment discussing Nikki's struggles. Nate offers a listening ear and Victoria appreciates the support. Of course, things get interesting when Cole enters the scene, and of course, there's a little bit of history revealed. When Nate left, he's like, you know what? I had a good time with Claire. We got good news. She was able to do better in her therapy sessions. We actually had a conversation. They talked about how Nikki was able to sit with her. So it looked like things are moving forward for Claire. So now we're in the jazz lounge where we see Nate and Audra catch up. Audra tells Nate that she isn't buying Tucker's grand gestures. She calls him out on being a dreamer and challenged the sincerity. And it seemed like Tucker has some convincing to do if he want to win Audra over. However, Nate was mentioning, you know what? I mean, the only way you're going to be able to do anything is if you're on the inside. You can't fight from the outside. And she was like, you gave me the brightest idea ever. So you know what that means. Audra is probably going back to Tucker to say, oh yeah, I'm all in, and she's going to try to destroy him from within Glissade. So now Jack storms in over at Jabot, ranting about Ashley's Parisian clarity adventure. Now Diane surprisingly sides with Ashley. Of course, that leaves Jack bewildered. He's worried that Tucker might be manipulating Ashley, and Diane is like, you know what, she's a grown woman. She can figure it out, and if this is what she needs to do, let her do it. Ashley is now on the Abbott jet. She's now taking a trip down memory lane, recalling Tucker's explosive scene. Tracy joins her, showing her sisterly support. We know they're headed to Paris, but actually, is this going to turn out the way Ashley expected? And finally, back over at the Newman Media offices, Nikki is dealing with her own set of problems because Audra comes in, offers her assistance, but Nikki is not in the mood for help.
Nikki, I just got back the numbers from the Asian market, and Nikki, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just distracted. There's so much to do.
Well, I'm happy to take whatever I can off your plate.
What makes you think I can't handle what's on my plate?
You're right, I should know better. I'll leave you to it.
Well, no need to scurry off.
Whatever you prefer.
Stop humoring me. I'm not going to break.
Of course not.
Oh, God, you're doing it again. I wish to hell I had never admitted to you that I had a problem.
Maybe you're right on one part of that, telling Audra your business, but the girl was just trying to do her job. And obviously, if this is going to be an issue at work, Nikki, maybe you need to take some time away. I know you probably don't want to leave Newman Media over to Audra Charles, but yelling at the employees, yeah, it's not a good look. Okay, so there you have it. Let's get the conversation started down in the comments section with these questions. What do you think about Nikki today? I mean, she got into Diane, bringing up a whole history. Should she be even grateful that her husband is being able to help her out? And then her yelling at Audra when she's only trying to do her job. And then Jack and Ashley. Shouldn't Jack let Ashley get the clarity that she needs to kind of bring some closure to this situation? And do you think Nate and Audra is going to make a hot couple? Let me know your thoughts. Also, we got to stay tuned for the Bold and the Beautiful recap as well. We actually got that new girl, Diana, that's going to be on the episode today. And Luna confront Poppy on whether Bill is her biological father. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications to be notified every time a video is posted. And until the next one, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.